Good morning everyone and welcome. It's Belinda Coombs and I have for you one of Donna Bell's digital kits. I will link all of the Etsy store below so that you can also go and have a look at the store. There's some lovely paper collections in there. The thing I like about the digital kits is that you can use them in so many ways. You can print them large, you can print them small, you can print them in sepia, you can print them in the full colour. I've used vintage in mine just to have the muted colours. You could do it in black and white. It depends on what your project requires. So these are why the digital kits are such a wonderful idea. You can also reuse each of the prints, so that again too is really nice. So you don't have to worry about using one pretty paper somewhere, not having it for another piece of the project. You can just reprint from them. So the digital kits are a wonderful idea. This particular one that I have used today is her Isabel Teacup and Roses and Paris collections. They're all in the store, which I will link, and Donna has put together some lovely papers. Now I, as I said, have used it in the vintage muted colours, but you could print them off in the full colour or black and white, whatever you want for your project. So this one here is one of the papers. Isn't that beautiful? So my idea today is that I have gone for a writing desk set that she might put all of her ideas together for a tea party. So keeping the theme of the tea party and spring, I have decided to make it as if this was her guest for the tea party. This one here is a little guest book which goes in the front pocket here, and again I have used some of the prints from a different flower collection that Donna has on each of the pages. So that's that idea, and this is her little guest book which goes in the front here, so she could write out who she was going to invite. Got it with a little closure, and opening it up, it is quite wide, so you'll have to bear with me a bit here. On the first page I have got a little tuck here which says all we need is each other. So this also is one of her prints. I've cut this out and I have laced up her dress, so that is on that page there. And again, another one of her papers, and I've used it as if she was having it for writing paper. And then you've still got your pretty digital page on this side, so that can sit in there. So you keep your pretty, and then on this side you would write your invitation or your memos or whatever you wanted to do on that one. In the middle section, here, again I have one of her pages on the bottom here, which we'll see when I take all of this out. This again is that same similar paper, but it is printed in the full colour. So as you can see, that is quite pretty in bright colour. And this here is just like a little invitation or a memo for or even your menu kit. You could put your menu on there. I've just put a piece of paper there for you to write on, and beautifully on that one, and that sits in her kit. Also in here she has maybe a little name tag. You could put your little name tags on there. Again, that's some of the pretty paper underneath, and she's got a name tag to put where she was going to put someone to seat somebody. A thank you book, she could keep that for having her writing her thank yous in. Again, this one is one of the pretty papers you can see in the background. Really lovely there. I love the lilacs. Inside there's part of the tea collection. Lovely papers to use. I've used them again, yes, very muted, but you could use them in any way you wish to. It's one of the papers there. And then some plain. And sorry, trying to do this one-handed isn't helping. There's another one of the papers, beautiful. And yes, again, I did say I have printed them quite vintagely, but you can have them full colour if you wish. So as you can see, there's an awful lot you can do with the papers. They don't have to just be journaling papers. You can use them in anything you want to use them in, and they're beautiful papers. This one I have done more as a little bit of a journal kit for her to put in there, again with the papers. All I've done here is I've put some pretty lace and ribbons down the side. I have put it on tea-dyed papers, and this is another one of the pages. How gorgeous is that? You can write notes in there. And another one, this one's just got some rhinestone down it, and there's that on the tea stained papers. Got some very pretty sides there, some tags. So that is part of the collection. There is a lot more in the collection. Please go and take a look. And of course I finished the backs off there with the same papers. Now onto this side, I will just pull this across one more time, which is the other side. I have done up another, this is done as her collection for an invitation. So we have an envelope which we've made out of that same papers, beautiful. We have her invitation, which she would write on there, and again you get to keep the beautiful papers. And these ones are just the same. You could put notes on them, you could put whatever you like on them, you can use them as the invitations, and they just all sit in that little flower collection there. This one came was to hold the envelope and the invitation, so that gave us multiple ways of using the papers, and just a little bit different from just an everyday journal. So again, this was just my idea of something different to do. I hope you've enjoyed it. If there's anything in here that you'd like questions on, please let me know. I'm more than happy to help, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you once again.